Okay, so let's go ahead and discuss this absolute madness that is the 1969S Lincoln Cent. Now, this is a video at the request of Thomas G. Through my emails. He's one of my normal patrons on my channel, and he wanted to know more about why this coin with the machine doubling sells for so much money. And I did some investigative work, just scouring primarily eBay, because that's where a lot of kind of like the bottom feeding kind of bids and auctions end up at. And it's just crazy. I could say there's probably within the last 90 days, there is about close to 200 unique sold listings for this particular coin. But anyways, the coin that you see on screen is not one of them. This is the legit, genuine 1969S Double Die Obverse number 1 FS101 in the Cherry Picker's Guide. As you can see, this one sold on Heritage Auctions probably a few months ago as a Mid-State 63 Brown, although it looks pretty beat up. This thing was rode hard and put away wet for all intents and purposes. But it sold for $37,000. The legend that is the 69S Double Die Obverse, I think, through all of this, plays a monumental role in why these other coins are selling for what they are. Enter in the other 1969S's on eBay. So I talk about this coin, probably more exhaustive than I ever talked about it within the last like 10 days. But as you can see, these are straight up sold items. Starting from the top, the high sale is $1,100. And the crazy part about this whole thing is just read the description. 1969S, Lincoln Memorial Cent, strong machine, even Tropical Bats spelled doubled wrong, doubled with an I in there, date. So he even put in his listing that it's a machine doubled coin. Yeah. If you look at the pure definition of machine doubled or strike doubled type of coins, they are neither an error or a variety. All right, it's simply a byproduct of the way these coins were struck. If I would fit them into a category, it would be more along the lines of errors, like this was made in error. You know, what the hammer die that actually punches down the obverse design of these coins when they're being struck has a lot more moving parts. So eventually the dies kind of like, you know, they get a little loose, a little rattly. So when these things were struck, the coin completes its strike, and then the ejection aspect of it happens. As soon as the die comes off of the coin, there's a little bit of a hop, which creates the machine doubled action that you see here on screen. So we have the high sale, which is $1,100. I don't know if the sale is completed, but sure enough, an example did sell for $1,100. Now, there was one that sold a few days ago from the same seller. It appears to be the same image because you can see this little kind of nick here on the rim, and it shows on both. But he probably has the same, because there's varying degrees of machine doubled with these coins, and you'll see exactly, as a matter of fact, the next coin helps illustrate my point a whole lot better. But there was another example that Tropical Bats, that's the seller, I actually know him. You know, he's actually taking advantage of this. I'm not hating, but, you know, it's neither a variety or an error. This one sold for $376. So between two coins that probably he pulled out of an old, sealed, brilliant, uncirculated roll, that costs like $15 to buy on eBay if you wanted it to. He found two of the same machine doubled strength characteristics and made nearly $1,500 off of 2 coins. So as we scroll down, the MD coins become a little less spectacular. Here's another example that sold on March 1st for $146.50. This is probably where it gets crazy because this sale precedes the first one by 7 days. $146, guys, is like an insane amount of money for this coin. And just take a look at the strength of the machine doubling on this coin. As a matter of fact, because doubled is misspelled, I'm sure this is another Tropical Bats listing. But this is a unique picture on a completely different coin because the machine doubling strength is not as robust as the other two that he sold. Here's another one right here, 69S. Lincoln Memorial Cent Penny Strong. All caps, of course. You gotta put the all caps in there, right? It's almost like you're yelling at the customers. Machine doubled date and mint mark. So they're not misrepresenting the listings, okay? They've made it known that it's machine doubled, it's affecting the date and the mint mark. People know what they're getting when they're bidding on these items. So this one right here sold for $61.69. So there you go. And a few other things in there. Here's another one. April 12th. I'm not hating on the image. The only thing is, with this particular example, there's less remarkable machine doubling. Mostly it affects the 9 and a little bit of the 6. Okay, but that's about it. There's nothing going on with the mint mark or anything like that. Because with a machine double, with these coins of this era, you gotta keep in mind that the mint marks are punched independently onto the master dies. They're not like today's technology where it's integrated as part of the design. These were actually physically punched after the dies were made. So that's where you get repunchment marks and things like that. But this one right here, no machine doubling on most of the devices. So $15 for that one. Here's another one. According to this particular listing from the 22nd for $6.50, there was a main emphasis on the motto. So you see some of the shelf-like features on the letters, and the same with the next one that sold for $5.50. So in this particular case, if it's not affecting the date as much, there's less need and desire for the coin. Now, call it like it is. Let's kind of talk about the market and where this fits in. Because with this particular coin, I think it's a matter of something. It's like a new niche. I think that's the best way to, I think I found the best word to help describe this coin. Because it mainly just affects the 69S in terms of its secondary market. I mean, the prices are outrageous on this coin. Now, if we get outside the machine doubling, there are going to be some other listings. Like here's one right here with horrible pictures. They tried so hard. This is an original bankroll where the end roll has double dates that are very reminiscent of the machine doubling. This one sold for $80 shipped. $80.75 if you want to be exact. That's crazy. If there's one coin on the end that has machine doubling, you better believe there's probably going to be half a roll with machine doubled examples in there. So here's another one that's a singular coin where they actually showed and illustrated the entire obverse on that thumbnail picture for $75, almost $75. Here's another one with terrible pictures, $20.50. Doubled trust for 99 cents and $1.40 for shipping, so that only affected I mean, if you get in really close with some good pictures, that's where you're going to really hit it home with these. Here's another one for $57. Double BU original bank wrapped original roll. Bank wrapped Lincoln Memorial penny cent roll. So this is an entire roll for $57, 69S. So depending on how you market these, you could really run away with a lot of money. This right here, this plastic roll with 50 pennies in it of 69S, they're all BU, but it only sold for $19. This is more typical of what you would find price-wise of this roll, okay? Because the main prospect in this has always been that big dog, double die-obverse FS101 that sells for many tens of thousands of dollars, and that's why people to this day spend 15 to 20 bucks per roll for a 69S. And for full 5,000 count original bank bags that are mint sewn in the canvas, sell for nearly $1,000 or more. So that's, then now with all of a sudden this kind of like this boom of machine doubled coins, they're going to begin to creep up even higher, because take a look at it. I mean, it's like 50 bucks, 52, 42. Here's the entire roll for almost $56. Double die enders. They didn't even spell double die right. They forgot the extra D at the end of double. But they sold a full roll for $56. Here's another one that sold for in excess of 50 bucks for a full roll. Here's a normal roll. Okay, they didn't advertise doubling or anything like that for 25 bucks. That's a little on the high side. So you can see there is a lot of money floating around these 69S's, either as singular coins if you have the machine doubling. Again, depending on the strength of that machine doubling, it will determine how much money you make at the end. I mean, look at this one single auction here for $37, where you have some of the most minor machine doubling. In comparison, of course, to that first coin that we looked at that sold for $1,100, a coin like this still brought in over $37 for a single coin. $46 for another roll. So, as you can see, these are pricey, expensive rolls. And you guys need to know if this is a justifiable market for these coins. Okay, I could say it's not, and wipe my hands with it, because of the ethics when it comes to errors and varieties and actually determining what those are. Because machine double coins fit neither mold. And I'll just say, you know what, it's not my thing, but it's other people's thing. I'm not determining the market, although I am bringing and shining light on this popular new, what do we call it, a fad at this point. What I do tell a lot of the folks who are very intrigued with the 69S machine doubled secondary market action is that you have to be absolutely careful with these. All right. If you are the type that wants to go and sell some of these coins, because these are not rare, they're floating all out there. It's just really, is the coin a high grade, and particularly how strong is the machine doubling is going to be on these coins. And that's where a lot of the market is driven into. I'm going to say that if you decide to sell these, you have to proceed with lots of caution, okay? When you sell the coin and you get the money, okay, one thing I would say is don't spend the money, especially if you don't have enough to cover it in the case of a chargeback. Someone wants to send the coin back, because even if you put in your listing that you don't accept returns, they are covered, buyers that is, 100% in the event that the coin is not as described. Okay, you will, as a seller, you will lose out every single time, guys, when you're going to make this transaction, because it's a very slippery slope when you're dealing with coins that have minimal or zero guarantees that you'll get the money back that you spent for it. But anyways, I wanted to take some time to talk about this this coin right here. It's odd the way that this is just blowing up here recently, and it's pretty crazy. $1,100, you know, is quite a bit of money for this coin, but it's going to be a lot more money if you have to proceed with a return with this customer and you had already spent the money. I would say be cautious, okay, if you're going to sell these. Again, there is a hidden niche kind of cult following with these coins, not just the 69S, but because of the cachet that surrounds the double die obverse $50,000 mega coin. That is the kind of like the side effects of why these are selling for so much money. Anyways, that's what I wanted to talk about in this video. It's a huge coin for now. I don't think it's going to stay like that. And just be wary how you do these transactions with these coins or similar other coins. Because I feel like it's not going to last. I'm your host, Sean, with Blue Ridge Silverhound. Thank you guys, as always. I'm feeling, I would say 100% now. I think I'm well beyond the danger zone of this this thing going around. I'm happy to be back doing videos full time. I hope you guys are enjoying the 2-3 videos per day. I've been having a lot of fun finding content to talk about. I'm going to do some videos on older coins as well, okay? And, you know, kind of dip my toe into that as well. I love the older stuff, but a lot of folks, you know, they prefer the newer stuff. But I'm just going to throw a few in there every so often. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for instant notification. And as always, Coinaholics, we are discovering together. Have fun. Have a safe week. Enjoy the hobby, and I'll see you on the next one. Okay, take care, guys.